You know what's crazy? We all dream about winning the lottery. We imagine quitting our jobs, buying a big house, never worrying about money again. But here's the thing they don't tell you. Most lottery winners don't end up rich. They end up broke. Actually broke. Like, more broke than before they won. It sounds insane, right? How do you go from millions to nothing? But it happens all the time. And there's actual research that proves it. Real studies, real data. Let me show you why winning the lottery is one of the fastest ways to destroy your life. Chapter 1. The shocking numbers. So how many lottery winners actually go broke? The numbers are all over the place, but they're all bad. Some sources say 1/3 of winners end up bankrupt. Others say it's as high as 70%. The National Endowment for Financial Education, which is a real organization, has been quoted saying 70% of lottery winners go bankrupt within a few years. Now, they later said that specific number wasn't from their own research. But the point is, the number keeps coming up because it keeps happening. A 2011 study looked at Florida lottery winners from 1993 to 2002. They found that more than 1,900 winners filed for bankruptcy within 5 years. That's almost 2,000 people who won money and still ended up in bankruptcy court. Another study found that lottery players were actually twice as likely to file for bankruptcy as the general population. Think about that. Winning money makes you more likely to go broke than not winning at all. That's insane. Chapter 2. The bankruptcy postponement. Here's the scariest part of the research. The 2011 study found something really interesting. Large winners were less likely to go bankrupt in the first 2 years after winning. That makes sense, right? You have money, so you're fine. But then something changed. 3 to 5 years after winning, those same large winners started filing for bankruptcy at much higher rates. The study found that winners of $50,000 to $150,000 were 50% less likely to file for bankruptcy in the first 2 years. But then, 3 to 5 years later, they had a statistically significant increase in bankruptcy rates of similar magnitude. Basically, winning the lottery didn't prevent bankruptcy. It just postponed it. The researchers said the additional funds just delayed the inevitable. Even worse, when they looked at the winners who did file for bankruptcy within 5 years, there was no difference in net assets or debt between large and small winners. The money didn't protect them. It just gave them a few extra years before the crash. Chapter 3. Why this happens. So why does this happen? There are a few big reasons. First, most people don't know how to handle large amounts of money. One financial expert compared it to taking a factory worker and making them the CEO overnight. They just don't have the training. Second, winners often overestimate how much they actually won. They see the headline jackpot number and start spending like they have that much. But after taxes, it's way less. Third, winners make terrible investments. They put money into restaurants that fail, startups that go nowhere, and all kinds of bad business ideas. One winner in Massachusetts won $1 million and invested in a restaurant that failed within a few years. Fourth, they spend recklessly. They buy houses they can't maintain, cars they don't need, and vacations they can't afford to keep up. And fifth, everyone comes asking for money. Friends, family, even people you haven't spoken to in years suddenly appear. Winners feel guilty and start giving money away. And once you start, it never stops. Chapter 4. The Psychology of Sudden Wealth. There's actually a name for this. It's called sudden wealth syndrome. When people get a massive windfall out of nowhere, their brain doesn't know how to process it. Studies show that lottery winners often experience decision paralysis, too many choices, not enough clarity. They feel guilt or pressure from friends and family. They experience lifestyle inflation, upgrading everything too fast. They feel isolated because they can't relate to people anymore, or because everyone is asking for handouts. And they feel like imposters, like they don't deserve the money and they're going to lose it all. Without the right support, winners overestimate how long the money will last and spend emotionally before building a proper plan. One financial advisor put it perfectly: winning doesn't change who you are. It just puts a spotlight on your financial behaviors. If you were bad with money before, you'll be bad with even more money after. Chapter 5. The Real-Life Horror Stories. These aren't just statistics. Real people have destroyed their lives with lottery money. Take Jack Whittaker. He won $314 million in a Powerball jackpot in 2002. He squandered it all by giving money away to friends, family, waitresses, and even strippers. His granddaughter died of a drug overdose. His house burned down. He ended up losing almost everything. Or take Lisa Arcand from Massachusetts. She won $1 million in 2004 and invested part of it in a restaurant. The restaurant failed within a few years. The money was gone. There are countless stories like this. People who won millions and ended up worse than before. Studies have shown that lottery winners are no happier than non-winners. Some research even suggests they end up less happy because of all the stress, pressure, and broken relationships. The money doesn't fix your problems. It creates new ones. Chapter 6. My Honest Take. Here's my honest opinion. Winning the lottery isn't a blessing. It's a curse for most people. And the reason is simple. Money doesn't change who you are. It amplifies who you already are. If you're irresponsible with $10, you'll be irresponsible with $10 million. If you can't save money now, you won't save it after winning. If you make bad decisions now, you'll make worse decisions with more money. The research proves this. People who win large amounts are just as likely to go bankrupt as people who win small amounts. The money doesn't protect you. It just gives you more rope to hang yourself with.